Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, hey. Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, my. Let's go. Okay. We need some luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay. Just kidding. Come on, can we get some damn luck? All right. We need some juice. We need some juice. Okay. Yo, who's getting here? I have arrived. I like an entrance. Yo, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, who's here? Who's here? Get, we'll give a couple people, we'll give a couple, trying to hype it up. I'm trying to, you know what really, oh man. So like I was playing earlier, streaming, and guess what happened? It would have been cool. I was just getting off, and somebody rated my Twitch, and there was like, with a party of, like 14, and I was like, I had just got off. So like I didn't get the, I didn't technically get um the raid because I just got off. But I got the notification right as I got off. So I was just like, nah, hey, it could have helped. Maybe they would, I would have picked up a couple. Ah, someone knows the blacklist. So we're trying to, we're trying to hype it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would have been great. It just, I had just hit the end, and then I got the notification. So and so has, joined your joined your thing for, with a party of 14, and I was like, oh, I can't undo that, can I? you know, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Maybe, maybe that would have been cool, and it would have been, I would have been forever grateful. It's just really, 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 yeah, it would have been. It was just like, talk about bad luck. How does that happen? Like how? Only my luck. Only my luck. Only my luck. So like I'm reading chats from both sides. So like YouTube and in Twitch. So like they make a lot of software that's fairly simple, so you can duel it, and so you guys you guys can't see each other, but like I do. So, but we're gonna see. Okay. We need something cool. All right. I want a non-dupe, something cool that I haven't gotten yet. Come on. Is it? Would it be too much? There can only be one. Ha ha. No. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. 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 We're getting rid of the pool. We're gonna. We'll see if I could get a couple more peeps. Um. Oh my gosh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Crap. Okay. Okay. Yo. Hey. Hey. Welcome everyone. Welcome. 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 All right. Can we? Do we have any early predictions? Come on. I want to see something cool. Would it be too much? Something non-dupe. Something cool. Uh, I. I don't. I don't want to have to do 500. Okay. I really don't. We did 400 yesterday. I don't want to have to do that mistake again. I was not happy that I wanted just one more. Oh, wait. You know what we need to do? We need to pull up our raid shard counter. Don't ask me why the game doesn't have these things in it. They can't do that. They won't do this that courtesy. So let me pull up RSL helper so we can get a little raid counter since raid doesn't supply one. Okay. You know, too much to ask. I see you won't. Dude, don't count on it. Don't count on it. Don't count on that. It's already happened. I thought that too, and we know why the game doesn't have these. Yeah, yeah. That way, yeah, dude. I probably still run out of gold. Let's be real. I probably still. What is this? It's running a process already. So if it's running a process already, then why isn't it running? I don't even understand this message. What does that even mean? Okay, all right. We got to give RSL helper just a little more time because it doesn't like instantly do it. Okay, come on, load up. Let's go. It's like it's like chugging along. Okay, come on. Okay, so that's what I was waiting for. Okay, now RSL helper has now activated, and now I'm just waiting for like the game to catch up. Okay. I don't think we're, we pulled like, uh, come on. I could change that. Let me check. Is it the game or is it my microphone volume? Help a guy out. Is it my volume on the mic? Because I can increase that. I just need to know if it's the game volume or is it I can increase the microphone because it right now the microphone volume's at like 60%. So I can bump it up a little bit if that would. Okay. All right. Testing. One, two, three. Testing. Testicles. Okay. How's that? A little better? We're gonna start pulling. Okay, I got a trigger finger. Wait. Let me turn the beer around so you guys. Okay, I got this. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? I don't want you blasting everyone eardrums, though I can hear you just fine. Ah, perfect. Cheers, cheers. Okay, so let's think positive. We're gonna get a sonar, right? 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 There. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's cool. All right. All right. We got some room. We got plenty of room. We'll have to crunch. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, okay. 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 Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Let's start the action. If we did an early one, like we'll take a good drink. Bum, bum, bum. Come on. Come on. No. Something cool. Something cool. That Harrier's not cool. I said something cool. Come on. Come on, game. I deserve it. That's right. Raid universe. Bring. That's not cool. Something. Something. We got to break. Ah. No, that is not cool. No, no. That's a pro. That's a plus. Here it is +4. So no, 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 no. That's not cool. No, I'm nearly positive. That's a +4 already. Yeah. Nah. That is not what we wanted to see. Mm, mm. Okay. All right. Let's get that taste out of our mouth. Mm. Okay. All right. That was not cool. Can we get yet an early one and then like I said, I don't want to have to do the 500. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. Uh-oh. What's the game doing? Oh. That's funny. Oh man. Come on. We need to break this streak. Something cool. That's not cool. Something. 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 Oh, come on. No. Well, you know what we'll do? That's it. Aha! I will outsmart them. Where are we going? Um, Portuguese. One. Aha! Yes, yes. This is the red touch. This is going to be the good touch. I got a good feeling. But I need to check my room. Okay, we got 100 of room before I got to start crunching. Okay, wait. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got the power. Let's go. I, we'll see. I'll keep changing channels. No cheating. 0? Ah, okay. That's it. Good call. Whoop, whoop. Aha. Okay. Okay. We need to like get back into a good. Give us something cool. Wait, do I got to type out a message? Oh, maybe. Wait. Wait. I can't spell universe. Okay. Now we're cooking. Right. I did my work. We did everything we did. I think I did get the hat last time, and the hat did not bring us luck. It really should have. Like somebody pointed out, I scared the game, and the hat was too powerful. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have to go to Mercy? Hey, son of a bitch! I would be excited, but that's my second one. That's my second one. I'd be excited. I would be excited. Okay. All right. We're let me check how much room. Okay, so let me crunch. All right, we're at 292. 292. 92 more. All right, let's crunch. Okay, let's crunch. Um, yeah. That's a possible. Okay. Well, maybe. Okay. Um, let's do a little crunching. Well, hey, Mr. Biggs. Oh, sorry, I'll have to show you guys. My cat has decided to be a part of my action. Biggs, you want to come here? I'll show you this guy's cuteness. Come here. Come here. Come here. If you do, Mr. Biggs, if you come up here, I'll give you food. Come on. I know you're going to. Yes, you will. Yes. Yeah, I owe you food. I will get you the food. Okay, there he is. Ah. Now, would you look for the camera? You could be my good luck charm. Yes, he's gonna bring the luck. He's gonna bring the luck. Yes, I'm gonna pet him. I'm gonna pet his chin. He's gonna bring me the luck. It's like the luck of the Irish, right? It's just the luck of the cat, a black cat, and he's gonna bring me all the luck in the game. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. And this is Mr. Bigglesworth. Okay, good boy. You gonna bring me the luck? Okay. He's already told me. He whispered in my ear. He is going to make me lucky. He told me. He would never lie. All right. Let's crunch. Let's crunch. And then he's confirmed. He's told me the universe is gonna Raid is gonna get. Would you crunch the champ? Okay. Okay. How much room do we got? I need a little more. Would you stop that? Said that I got like a stuck key on my keyboard. So like it sometimes double clicks. Come on. Oh, I know I should. I'm just what I'm weary of doing it because I know I'm gonna like crunch an important chant one time, and then I'm gonna kick myself. So that's why I don't do it. Otherwise, I would. Because hey, welcome everyone. I know Mr. Biggs on everything he loves. Mr. Biggs is, dude. He's laying on my lap. He's chilling. He's big chilling. He's big chilling. Oh, now he's 17 years old. But I tell you what, he still acts like a kitten. He still has a lot of kitten left. You know, he's in good health. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't I spilled Gatorade on mine actually. It was not beer, it was Gatorade. And I was like, "Oh, shoot." And for a while it wasn't a problem. It and then, like 2 months ago it started being a problem, but I spilt the beer, well, your beer, my Gatorade on it like a year ago. So don't ask me why it took like, a year later for like the keys to get stuck. Oh yeah, he wears his suit. He and I, okay, we got some room. Okay, I really don't want to have to do like I don't want to use the 292. We kicked ourselves in the butt yesterday and I was like I just want one more. And then I had to do 200. So, okay. So, according to my mercy, we're only at 9 voids. Okay. Um, you just need 3 more. Let's do it. Okay. Well, we'll see what we want to do. Okay. I think okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. We got this. We got this. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I thought there was a pause in the game and I was like, "Uh-oh. We did. We got something cool." If I get another one, another, of the feature champ, it'll be a dilemma. Hey! No. Mm. Okay. It's not a terrible champ. Um, I have. Here's what I would say. Um, I'll show you. I would say I would likely empower the champ. I could actually make a +4, and but I'm not going to. Wait, she is a no. That's a no. She's Shadow. So I have a cup. I have several of hers. So, but I would look to juice. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. All right. So what do we guys do? What do we just take the W and hey, wait a second. Yeah. Do we take the W and just like don't pull anymore? She's used for Shredder. And you know how amazing Schroeder is. Yeah, we all know how amazing Shredder is. I think I have a, I don't know, I thought I had 2 Shredders. But yeah, should, I think, 99% of the gamblers quit before hitting big. Wow. Uh, well, oh, Mr. Biggs, where are you going? I'll get you a little food, Mr. Biggs. Thank you for. How fast? Uh, 5-star blessing. She. I hope one day get a 6-star. You know. I. 423, and then if you factor in her aura, that's 33. Um, if I get a 6-star blessing, I'll be one happy Muldoon. I know. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, they totally screwed up on Shredder. He should have been cool. Come on. Well, heck, that's like Skeletor. Look what happened to him. I mean, he's one of the biggest like vault champs ever in the game. But yeah, she's in a supersonic as well. If I go against somebody who is potentially faster than me, and they do a bunch of buffs, hey, give me the edge, and I still might end up going faster. So yeah, I got her in a five piece supersonic and 4 pieces of speed. You might say like, whoa, like, aren't you then vulnerable to like counterattacks? Well, yes and no. Her passive's pretty busted. This champion receives no damage when attacked by enemies, including the bosses and their minions, out of active turn. So, you face a Marishka and a Taurus, you can hit Marishka all you want. Taurus can't damage her. So, now, I have her, she would be vulnerable to like poison at the start of the turn, HB burn at the start of the turn, um, Hegemon. But depending who I'm going against, and I see their lineup, that's when I know when to put in a Marishka, to block the poison, or little things like that. So I tend to. It all depends, Hey, someone just got that. There you go. So I don't know. Let's take a look at the void count. Okay, okay, okay. 62, 62 more. 62 more? Eh? What do you guys think? We can get 62. 62. Okay. I'm okay. One more. One more leg still leaves me with 62. About. All right, we'll do it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We did get burned yesterday. We got burned yesterday. Maybe, maybe luck is on our side. We're gonna hit. Yeah. Yeah, if if luck is on our side, we can try to sneak one more in. No. Well, I mean, uh, we're gonna hit the legendary in 62. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I we. Oh, don't want to do that. Uh, um, Show a hand. What do we do? What do we do? I feel like there's one more legendary in there, and that's gonna be a Sonar. I think so. But if I don't get a Sonar, you know who I'd be very also content with? I'll tell you who. Is the game like what's it doing? Okay. I would love to get this guy. If we can't get Sonar, I'll take this guy. That guy. Oh my gosh. He would be like the biggest. He sets the come higher cheese, and he would be. I think it would be fun to use. So I'd be okay with this guy. Okay. All right. All right. We got some room. Let's see how many we got. I got room. I got room. Okay. How's our gold? I ran out of gold last time. That was quite embarrassing. Oh, you guys want to see something dumb? I'll show you something. Um, here. This is dumb. This is like this. There needs to be a road trader. Check this out. I'll show you. And you're just like you're gonna shake your head. I promise you. I wanna get down. Okay, there you go. You want 8 hearts? Anybody want a heart? Like I would love to get a relic, not a heart. You know, just can I get something that's not a heart? Yeah, 5 hearts. No, excuse me, 8 hearts, 5 hilts. Um, wait a second. Where is that? I must have the search parameters like weird. Okay, I know for a fact it's speed. Yeah. Um, five 5 hilts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 hilts, 8 hearts. Um, I am happy to say I have 2 lenses. Yeah, two lenses. I'll take it. Oh my gosh, see that guy is so fun to use too. Hecaton. Oh my gosh, he's so fun. Like he's got to be like the easiest build in the game. All you got to do is make him fast, and you don't even got to wear his crit no, in his crit rate. He just has to be faster than your opponent. Huh, his kit's so busted, but he's ton enough to use. Like he's my awesome like if I see the enemy team pick a Bayak, I pick this guy because he just like he crits no matter what. As long as he has more buffs, then he goes first, and that you can control that. Okay, okay, okay. We got this. Wait. We'll try it one more time. All right, universe. We okay. Man, I like. He's fun. That is a blast champ to have. Like one of the coolest champs by far. Uh, he's a good boy. He's fun. He's fun. He really is. I don't use him a ton, but like I said, I use him in good anti counters. I like to sneak him in when just when like somebody brings in a bunch of okay. Yes. Ho. Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Rip. But hey, 40. We hit it in 40. Well, I mean, did we do it again though? I mean, we got it in 40. I'm thinking. I mean, it only took 40 shirts. Right? I think that's a plus 3. I'm pondering it. I'm pondering it. Yay. What I always wanted. I'm pondering. Hmm. It is quite a dilemma. I mean, I did get 2. Can I? Am I beaten? I think the bad guy's still ahead of me. I'm not really like trying to beat him. Hmm. Yeah. Am I anywhere on the global board? I doubt it. Yeek. Look at this nonsense. Almost 300K. But I think that the depressing thing is like you could make like the top 100 and you get nothing. Nothing. I mean, I don't know. I think if you make the top 100 like global, you should get still something. I mean, that's not asking too much. Yeah, it's not until you're in 10th place do you get something. And then, a groundbreaking 100 gems. Yes! Yeah, at that point in time, like, it's like, wow, what I always wanted 100 gems. Oh, was he? Okay, well, I'm going to do something foolish. Okay, I'm going to do something foolish. And yeah, you want another Nell? Yeah, I have a +4 Nell, and then I have another Nell. I don't know. Okay. What? We need to. We're gonna do something foolish, and don't recommend. Okay. Don't do what I'm about to do at home, folks. Okay. Um. Yeah. 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 All right. I think. I think. I think there's. You know what? There's one more. There's one more in there. All right. All right. There. Arnie. Somebody I played in friendly battles from our channel won. Had an Arnie. He does seem like a fun champ. Well, how would you feel if you got a Siegfried or a Commodus? They're both in rough places right now. Like I said, I got into like a little dispute on like a raid forum, and like the guys were like, "Oh my gosh, I pulled a Siegfried," and the guy's like, "Oh my gosh, put him in 9-piece Mercurial and you'll thank me later." I'm like, why? Um, I feel like he already get reworked once. I would, yeah, and that's what I told him. That's what I told him in the forum, and they were like, "Oh, put him in 9-piece Mercurial, and you'll thank me later." I'm like, "Yeah, but if your opponent goes in 9-piece too, Sig's just gonna cry in a corner." I was like, like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "Dude," I was like, "Keep him in lethal, keep him in merciless, and keep him in PVE." And then they were all mad at me. I was like, "Whatever, you guys do whatever you want." I was like, "But I will keep blasting your 9-piece Mercurial Siegfried. into the ground. But by all means, you should do it. No, it really, like I said, well, it sounds like a really cool idea. It's not, considering, like I said, if your opponent decides to do it, then what? What are you gonna do? He did, yeah. But okay, so okay, okay. Okay. Hey, but he's gotten a nice buff. Asher, yeah, Asher's a lot better. Okay, okay. Girl was great. Band bait. She slaps my. Yeah, Garl. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. There's gonna be one more. There's gonna be one more. I know it. Okay, right? We got room. Okay, we crunched a lot, and like I said, we just hit. So our counter is, yeah, our three. Okay. Yeah, dude, I'm I'm having a good live arena season. I only do the bare minimum matches, but I'm still pretty thrilled with my 86% win rate. Sorry, I don't sit there and play live arena all day. Not happening. I will rock my 86%. Nowhere in a competitive field do you win just because you do more battles. What is that? Only in Raid. Only in Raid do they give out, trophies for the person that just does more. Yeah, that's great. I think my favorite guy, where's he at? I know he's taking a beating and he gets getting lower and lower. But this guy, when I find him, he's my favorite player out of all this nonsense. And you're just like, what? Where's he at? Oh, wow, he's really taking a beating. Unless he's way higher than I thought. Wait a second. I lost him. Where's he at? I lost the guy. I'll show you guys my favorite guy, and then I'm just like, what is it? I can't do live arena yet, but I haven't had enough time to focus on things in raid. Win rate should, I've told them what I think they ought to do, and it's a very, very, very simple thing, right? Battles should matter, sure, the number of battles you do, but your win rate should have a factor too. Create a win rate multiplier. A win rate multiplier. So you take your points, multiply it by the win rate multiplier, gives you your grand total points for the season. Yeah. So yeah, that would be that to me. I've told him that several times. But yeah, let me find my favorite player, and then we'll finish pulling some. And I know there's another one in there, but where's this guy? I'm gonna show you one of the biggest clowns, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm trying to find him. I'm trying to find my favorite guy as the example piece. OnlyFans. That's pretty good. Where is he? Oh man, he must have. Wow, they must have really beaten the heck out of him. Or there he is. There's my favorite guy right here. This guy right here. Uh, Ofri or whatever the heck his name is. He's rocking a monster 51% win rate. He was at one point in time like the top four, and I'm like, with a 51% win rate, nah. Yeah, this right here, my favorite example piece. Yeah, you know, it is. It is. And you know, like I said, he's literally winning and losing at pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. Of course, this is weird. Explain that one. Let me get this right. 1,330 battles. He's a point behind the guy, and he's only done 550 battles. This is what I mean. Someone I don't even want to know. I don't have an explanation. Like how does that work? You know, how does that work? Like they're both rocking a 51% win rate. I don't know. Yeah, that is the thing. The point system is just that's why. Oh, he did. He was in number 4 just because of the sheer number of battles. Yeah, I gave my supreme agent a good a good yelling at. I was like, hey, when are you gonna fix this? But like a lot of people are like, there's no such thing as a Supreme Club. Oh, there really is. There really is. There's there's no denying it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay, so back to okay, we got this one more time. Baby, just one more leg, right? Yeah, I got this. It's gonna happen. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, let's commence. Got this. Yeah, yeah. Ah, crap. That's our limit. That is our limit. That's our limit. That's it. We're raising the white flag. Um, dude, was that 22? I mean, the quality sucks, but you can't argue with the rate. Check that out. I mean, right? Dude, it was 20. 20. 20. Wait, does that mean I should do it again? Right? Okay. Oh, I'm too lazy to do singles. All right, and we're gonna end up regretting this, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yeah, there it is. Maybe just one more good leg. Yeah, then that's it. Just shh. Don't take my advice, guys. Don't do it. We got this. Okay. Come on. Go for broke. No, no, no. That's not go for broke. Go for the leg. Okay. Come on. Don't make me go deep. That's what she said. Wow, wow. Oh, not like this. Come on. Uh-oh. 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 No. Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. That is new. Well, now we're going to stop. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. That's new. Yeah. 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 I mean, that's. Yeah. 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 You know what? See, I apparently had to see. Look, I had to talk. I had to talk nice to chat. You know, baby, one more. See, when I said baby, one more leg, yeah, they were like, sure, I'll give you one. And I said, no, 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 baby, one more good leg. See, see, it worked. I encourage you guys to do that. Get your tinfoil hat, and it's gonna work for you. That's my best advice. No, don't do it. I mean, hey, hey, I know I have some sort of I so yeah, I got a blessing of something from him. I know I do. What do you know? I got a 4 star. Okay, I got a 4 star blessing. That's not hateful. Yeah. I, let's take a look at how many it took. Because no, we're not going to do it again. We don't want to get greedy. You know, it cost us last time. We're not going to do it again. We're not doing that mistake again. Okay. I learned my lesson. Lessons were learned. Don't pull all your shards. Okay. Hey. Okay. 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 In all fairness, so it was 222. 120 shards. I mean, pretty good rate. Because you figured, remember, at one point it was 262 within 40 shards. We pulled a leg at the 220 mark. Uh, yeah. So I mean, we pulled some good. We had great rate. I ain't gonna lie, it was a great rate out of the shards that we pulled. I ain't gonna lie. That's. Yeah, That was pretty smooth. I see, guys. I know you guys could tell me stop, stop. No, no, no. We're pushing. No, I was kidding. Now we got lucky this time. We did not last time. So yeah, what's he? He's got to see it. What's he got here? It attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if the target is under a buff. Um, places two hits if the target is under a buff and it's from the undead. Okay. I mean, against a Theodosha, that could be pretty vicious because most people are rocking their Theodoshas and Merc. Okay. And then, what's he got? He's got to attack one enemy 2 times before each hit destroys the target's HP by 10%, stacks up to 50. Okay, Predator does it better, but okay. The damage inflicted by skill increases by 10% for each buff and debuff on the target, stacks at 100%. That's decent. Hey, block revive if he gets a kill. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see what's this. And it attacks one enemy 2 times. Will ignore 50% target's defense as well as stone skin, shield, and strengthen buffs. Could be handy. And whenever this champion attacks, wait, what's this? Whenever this champion attacks, wait, what? Wait, whenever this champion attacks, all attacks. That's a weird sentence. All attacks, except the initial target, receive damage equal to 25% of the damage dealt to the initial target. So I'm assuming that procs against Murkrow, right? The extra damage cannot be critical and will not trigger counterattacks. But does it trigger damage to Murkrow? One would hope. Okay. I'm going to take the W. Well, no, we didn't get Zoner, but we got something juicy out of it. We did get something. It's like a hex effect. Okay. So I'm just kind of curious. Let me. Where you at? Oh, he's in the reserve. I was like, where's he at? Let me see. Not saying I'm going to build him right now, but it's just theorycraft. What kind of gear could I have for him? Let's see. Pope. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too into it at the moment. We're sneaking a peek under the radar. Ooh. Okay. So you got an attack stone skin ring. I like it. I don't think I would steal his gear, but I will if I must. Hey, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Maybe, like I said, maybe I would. I don't have the Merc set. Ooh, well. So maybe something with stone skin. Maybe. Ooh, an erection. Okay. That could be good. Okay. So there's some potential with a maybe a 4-piece stone skin, 4-piece lethal. Okay. Possibly. Possibly. Okay, I can work with that. I think at the moment, yeah, that could work. Yeah. Okay, guys, that was pretty good. That was thanks for all tuning in and joining in and being a part of the action. And hey, hey, this time it worked out. Let's not talk about yesterday. Cheers, everyone. We'll return to Chan One, and then yeah, but yeah. Let's have a cheers. Hey, what's wrong with the game? Like I sent a message. What the? I sent a message and like, yo, hey. Thank. Let's see. It was fantastic, fantastic. I mean, I'm gonna take this W, man. It was a win. We won this one. This time. This time. But yeah, thanks guys for all tuning in, and we'll do another cheer. I told you, Mr. Biggs, the cat, would bring me luck. He was success. He brought me luck. Yeah. We didn't get to bring home, Sana, but heck yeah. Whoop. You know? Yeah, Mr. Biggs, the cat, the cat. He sealed the deal. I took. Yeah, Mr. Biggs, the cat. See, black cats are lucky. There's always that huge thing they say, like like black cats are unlucky. No, no, no. My cat brought me the luck, man. He sat in my lap. He graced me, and he said, "I'll let you have something cool, dude." He. I switched to YouTube on my phone. Oh, okay, right on, dude. Hey, you can subscribe to both. Help a dude out. I'll try to do more of this. It hope it's fun. Uh, 700 mystery. Yeah. Well, okay, all right. What do you? Is there anyone who's brave enough to want to challenge a guy? I know there was a couple people that was issuing challenges. Coco, Coco took on the challenge, and I did ask if I should show mercy and like give you like you know a good one, a friendly one. Well, All right, we'll do one friendly battle, or we'll do a couple, and then I got to roll. Yeah. Why waste so much time at a fusion? We can just waste $30 on a single void pack every day. Wait, how many void packs you get out of a 30? Eh? Dude, I know it costs, that pack occasionally pops up and it costs me 40. You get 40 voids and it's $100. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And then I gotta I have to reward Mr. Biggs for his Hastings down for the down with the battle. Okay. All right. All right. Hasten. Let's see. What? Ooh, you're bringing the horse. We'll try to play it like like Gold Arena where you can't like do the duplicate champs. How's that? We'll play it like that. I'll bring in some fun. Okay. Dun 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 dun. I know that champ can hit hard. I just don't really know like how hard or like her kid. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Mm, no, I really don't. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a fighting chance. See which one you ban. Brett? Feeling brave, huh? Okay. You're going to give me the lockout? Okay. I mean, I know you got Donnie, but is he fast enough? Can I steal anything? I sure can. Okay, I won't be to one shot you because of the passive. Clunk. Donnie's passive stopped him from the one shot. So clunk. Can I steal anything? Tried. Uh oh. Clunk. Well, I really don't know what that champion really does. Ooh. Whoa. Calm down, killer. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. That's a crit. That's it. Now, yeah. There's the insult to injury. And I would just punk you. But wow, that champion can hit hard though. That I'm a little. What does that champion exactly do? I've seen it. She's one of the newer ones, and I know she can smack. Attack one enemy 2 times before attacking has a 50% for removing the bust from the target. 100% chance the steel wall bust the target kills. If the skill is not used on this champion's turn, this effect cannot be resisted by. Okay. Attacks one enemy for attacking. Places an attack. A shatter buff will ignore block damage and stone skin. Grants an extra turn if this kills the target. If the target survives, fills the turn meter. Okay. Attacks all enemies before attacking. 75%. Place it and weaken. This to be if cannot be resisted. Whose attack is lower. Will ignore 25% of the target's defense. Places an extra hand on it whose attack is lower. Wow. Place it unkillable and counterattack at this champion in 2 turns. That's a pretty. Oh, she has nothing. Like, she doesn't have any defensive stats. So I wasn't surprised that you did, and I didn't have this. That team doesn't have any mitigation in it. 50% chance to what has a 50% chance to deal 100% more attack. Okay, against a 10 lower, she receives 30% less. Interesting kit. What I'm a little surprised was, I thought I locked you out, and you still crit me. So the only problem with Sibyl is that she locks out two. Well, I would. These is your two. You still was able to. You still got that turn, unless you have some sort of skill refresh in your on your champ. Maybe. Uh. Oh, okay. Shucks. Yeah, that's I know some people make their champion faster, but I still like I like the temporal. I really do. I mean it really does. I think it's the right move. I think it's the right move. I know it's not not everyone likes it. I know some people just push the speed and forego. And like I said, it is something to do. You could gain 24 more speed if you opt out. Well, not 24, but you can gain what 12? 12 speed. But I think the temporal's just it's the right move. Look, she's bad affinity that we can agree with. Most of the lockout champs are bad affinity. That is, I guess, their form of balance by making most of the lockouts a bad affinity. So, but I mean, the other problem with, like, as good as this champ is, she does have shortcomings. One of the advantages of using, say, here, we'll do one real quick. Whoever asked, um, yeah, that's my logic. That's my logic. So, like, if you look, oh gosh, Fabian, Fabian gets it, and so does Crix. I must be blind. But attacks all enemies before attacking have a 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 3. That can remove oh gosh. I just hit a brain fart. What is that said? Chronophage. That can remove it. So Sivir doesn't have any of that. So that buff is good against her, but not so great against Crix or Fabian. So, yeah. But, no champ is perfect. Balance. There's a balance to it all. Well, Fabian can too. Are you sure? Because I've definitely removed it before. I swear. Oh. Hmm. Okay. I got you. Learn something new every day. Okay. Let's have let's try to do something goofy. Hmm. No, I don't even have her built. Hmm. Oh, I gotta pick someone. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'll pick your favorite champion, Garl. Ooh. Oh, I know what to do. Oh yeah. It's Hegemon time. I wonder if I put Hegemon's gear back on. I guess we'll find out. He is. He's bringing out the dogs. Who let the dogs? They're pretty fun. All right. I don't know if Hegemon's got gear. Joe. Uh-oh, but you're locked out, sir. Dilemma. I was gonna say, oh, what? Oh, I think I would have cleansed that buff. Let's see. Wait a second. This is how you do it. Spread that buff. Oh, I didn't spread anything. I know I could. You can. Uh-oh. Oof. I think she's gonna die. I don't have a healer, so I don't know. Uh-oh. Well, I would do his A2. Let it rip. You should be able to take out Joan. Yeah, there you go. The last stand. Oh, I should have stayed in base form. Uh-oh. I'll get ahead of it. All right, now it's me versus you versus my chicken. Yeah, he could. He's got his work cut out for him. Because I don't know if he can get. Yeah, it's. I can flinch that off. You haven't even. You have to go through my mark set first. Uh oh. This is how the pro. This is what you do. Right. Oh, I don't have his cooldown up yet. But I got my merc up. Oh, ouch. There it is. No, he. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nas is. Nas is. I just recently changed him over to a 9 piece. I just wanted to see like, it is a is it's just it. I'm gonna say it's super annoying. I don't know if it's necessarily good. It's just you know. But yeah, he's got decent stats. I mean, he could be a little faster. Oh, Garl? Yeah, he's he needs work. Um, he needs work. But of course, the servitude. Oh my gosh! Between the 9 piece Mercurial set and the servitude relic, now this is extremely difficult to take down. Garl. Yeah, Garl needs some. Garl needs some work. Um, yeah, I made it. Yeah, I put in like some tough choices for you, so it wasn't. Yeah, he still needs some work. He his. I don't have the pieces. I don't have good enough pieces. Hey, thanks. I don't have good enough pieces to to get everything that I want. So it's tough. It's that you got to find that balance. And I don't have I don't have an attack relic on him either. But I'm finding good use out of this because it reduces the chance of applying debuffs, stealing or removing buffs, stealing turn meter, or increasing a skill cooldown. And I generally like to I like to open up with the E2. I know some people immediately jump into his other form, but I like I think you gotta have to you know wait, what's this? Okay. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. I gotta do a quick AFK. I think I'm go. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I tend to open up with the A2. I know some people immediately jump to the off form. Look, I'm not saying it's wrong. I just like to open up with the A2 so you can get that unkillable buff. You know what I mean? You get that unkillable buff, and then obviously people beat on him. Then you switch forms, and hey, he does more damage if his HP is lower. So why not double dip in it? You know what I mean? That's kind of my mindset. Where like I said, I don't think it's necessarily wrong, but like I said, you get the unkillable buff. It's up for what, 3 turns? Yeah, 3 turn unkillable and counterattack, and then you switch forms, and whenever this champion attacks, teams up 50%. This champion inflicts more damage as their HP decreases. Why would you not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you want the unkillable up so he can take a beating and get his HP low. But hey, people, I'm not saying it's wrong not to go A2 first. I just know 9 times out of 10, yeah, 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 it's protected too. And then, hey, look, there's even a debate right here. If you keep him in his base form, every time he attacks on his A1, increase the cooldown of a random skill on the target by 2 turns, even if it lands as weak hit. There is a very, very good argument not even to change forms. You know, because you're gonna have the provoke up, and that's, mind you, his provoke goes through buffs. So again, I still think the right choice is the A2, and then it's debatable if you immediately change forms or not, because he's going to be counterattacking with this every turn. So I mean, it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. So like I said, I won't necessarily say it's wrong or right. You do what you guys do what you guys' play style is. I, I like I said, I like. Jeez, what I always wanted, Abel. We got yesterday. No comment. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying. Oh yeah, Gar. I should pick him more often, but gosh, I I have a lot of people that are like, why aren't you picking Nas more? And I'm like, who do I put in? Who do I, you know, what? Who do I don't put in to put in Nas? You know, Bayek is such a good predator counter, and Ambrose. So Bayek's really tough to not put in. Marius, well, Marius is Marius, you know. Um, Theodosia's, you know, a top pick, you know, and right now, you know, Sombrero is another top pick. So how who do I who would I substitute? Yeah, I well, it's like I said, I don't have the you know I you got to make do with what you got. And I could make them faster. I just chose to go, 20% more health. But I'm pretty happy about. Hey, that's a pretty nice banner for a 5 star. You know. Yeah, it's tough not to pick bad. You know what I mean? Like you'd be kind of like, wait a second, why would you not pick the anti crit buster? You know? Wait, me all 9 piece Mercurial 330? That's what you have on your Nas? Uh, well, okay. Wait, which champion has that? Nas? That's pretty. That's pretty nice. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. All right. Somebody wants to challenge me, but we'll do. Wait a second. In all fairness, I need to do my live arena. Ch- Challenge or not, I need to do my live arena. I think I have a couple still to do. Oh gosh, I technically have 6 to do. Ugh. It's not what I like to hear. Oh, I hit my energy cap. Let me hit that real quick. All right, this is gonna auto run. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The servitude. Oh gosh, that thing's annoying to deal with. All right, let me use the bathroom real quick. I gotta do some live arena. Okay. Right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Oh wait. You know what we gotta do? Hey, what's that? Oh, never mind. We we have to put in my faction guardian. I think that's my first. Would you knock it off, game? Yeah. I got 10% more HP. Cool. Got a long ways to go before I get the rest, but yeah, right on. Okay. All right. What do we got? Yeah. We've had a good session, 4 games, and then let's see, what do we got? Yeah, yeah. Yesterday and today, pulled 2 of them. Pulled 2 techs. Uh, I think unless it's at least you have another one. I would say keep them separate, and then you can build one and build one another. Like it, I unfortunately like I looked at the kit and like I think you know uh, either build them with high accuracy or you build them with crit rate and damage. It's going to be tough to do both, but does he need to have crazy high accuracy? You just need to make sure you lock out your opponent's attackers. Their supports you can deal with. So, yeah, like I said, I also ran out of gold yesterday, so needless to say, I couldn't do much. So I looked a little bit at my gear, and I put together a couple of pieces, and then I realized that I ran out of gold. And come on, mouse, where's he at? We'll have some fun. I mean, so far you got some good champs in there already. I mean, the only like I said, we had this discussion earlier about Siegfried. Is just he's he's in a bad place. Wait a second. Nope, I will do it. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a tough decision. Let's see. I uh, I'm gonna ban your predator. Yeah, I ran out of silver yesterday. I laughed. It's okay. Hmm. We'll take the attack. Wait, what do you got? Um, yeah, why not? Now, do you tend not to really run a healer? I mean, I guess depend. I don't know what healers you have, but you know, no healer unless you're like winning it on the first turns. You know, I'm not saying you can't do it. Hmm. Is the game crashed? Like I feel like I'm at this loading screen for a while. Um. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we were like crashed. Yeah, beer. You have to let me. What healers you got? Like, if you're kind of in a tough position not bringing in any healers, no supports. You're not gonna be able to out nuke me. Let's be real. So you need to think like more like a stall, beefy. Now, don't get me wrong. Predator obviously can turn the battle, but I banned him. Um, I don't know. You got like a Duchess? I was gonna say. I was like, I think something's wrong. Do you have like a Duchess? Her passive is still very, very strong. And like I said, I know a lot of people. Um, her passive is still strong. Not, yeah. I mean, what kind of options you got? Like a Marishka. Um, oh gosh, who's the Sacred Order? She's a magic champ that her partner is Narcissus. The heck is that? Like I have a image, but I can't think of the name. A lot of people, yeah, Anakara, yeah. You have something like that, or okay? I know what Demuth does. Provera, I know isn't that the demon champ? I don't know what her kit is. Uh if you got if you got the stats, she could like block damage. If you can be faster than your opponent, and then you can be this like super annoying. But you'll have to have like insane speed to do that. And even then, like depending what enemies your enemy brings in, block damage can be damaged. Who are they bringing in? Mystery. They don't have a healer outside of Donnie. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I can cleanse it, so I don't know. I don't know. I can cleanse, depending what they. We'll see what the setup is, but it's probably going to be Sifi boost, Theodosa cleanse, and then nuke them into the ground. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, kind of thought so. You got this, man. Donnie can do it. No, you shall not pass. I don't know. It's kind of like no, no. Bayek, Bayek is probably banned more because people still bring in their predators. They still bring in their SIGs. They still bring in you know a nuker and yeah. So most of the time, but yeah, it now granted, hey, I go against a lot of people that might have her. So yeah, I would have to probably say that yeah, it's a toss up. Bayek probably gets banned, or Marius, even Marius. I've had people ban Marius, and then they'll ban Bayek. Sibriel, some odd reason, often sneaks in. I I'm just like, well, I'm not giving them like a good option. I mean, that's obviously how you win. Yeah, I'm not giving them a good option, and that's the way to, if you want to win, don't give your opponent good options. Yeah, I mean, look, he is a champion that could get away with it. Um, ooh, uh, the most hated champion in the game. Wow. Decisions. I hate that champ. I'll probably just take the L. I absolutely hate that freaking yellow-haired turd. The most busted champ in the game that you look at him and he counterattacks. Interesting. Okay, they're letting me have a lockout. Interesting. Okay. Can I steal it? Please? Oh, yes, I can. Get the hell out. Mm. Keeps resisting. Get out. That's what I thought, fool. Get out. I hate that, yo. Well, the thing was, like, in between Marius's turn, he did an A1 counter. Why? That's the problem I have. Like, he counters on everything. You look at him, he counterattacks. I have a problem with that. Like, I don't like that. Yeah, this is the problem. He doesn't probably have the great haul and many other things. Speaking of which, that's a good point. I think, yep, it's time to do my CB real quick. I don't do anything crazy as far as CB goes. I don't do any big damage. You kidding me? I've run a Bat Eater for 5 years. It's nothing exciting. Okay. Like I said, I have a losing record against Sonar. Many losses, a few victories. I mean, my opponent probably just doesn't have like the gear. He had the blessings. Sure. He had the blessings. Mm, yeah, what the hell? I was thinking about pulling in Predator. Pretty much. Banning him or picking lockouts. I might. You never know. I haven't decided what I'll do. Hmm. You gave me the idea. I'll do it. It'll probably cost me the match, but life. It's okay. If he's smart, he would let both of those lockouts go through. Yeah. Now, my Subaru is much faster. Oh, what? Nah, dude. You're not even. No. You're bonkers. Yeah. I, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm like, dude, wait a second. Let me get this right. You're not gonna have Stone Skin. You're not gonna have Mercurial set. Like, how, what makes you think he's gonna live? I don't know. I'm not really sure about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I oh my. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If obviously Sonar can just do damage through his counterattack. I get it, but not even a 4-piece Stone Skin. I don't know. I it maybe maybe he was rocking 3 reaction accessories and a merciless set. I I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would do it. I but hey, his loss our gain. Thanks. We'll take easy ones like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe he forgot to gear him. Like he had gear. He borrowed gear from another champion and forgot to switch. That Hey, I would love to see a reminder in the game that says you are about to enter the fight with like an missing gear on this champ. Is that too much to ask? I mean, I would like to see that. Predator, nice. I would love to see that. Eh, asshole. Uh, uh, do we do the double lockout again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What? He's gonna have to ban Bayak. Otherwise, what decisions? Well, I can't stand that turd. So I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and deal with his Fabian. Ah, dude, you banned the wrong champ. He banned the wrong champ, or so I think. Maybe I'm wrong. He's thinking about it. No, you had a chance, dude. You had a chance. Mm-mm. You had a chance. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. All right. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, he didn't. He banned the wrong champ. Of course, he was smart. He had an increased accuracy buff. You know, he had a chance. He had a chance to crit. But yeah, I think he banned the wrong champ. Well, I know personally, if Taurus did, that would be quite something. I know when I use him, I definitely oh gosh, I definitely like using Life Harvest. Well, it's not a block revive, but every time they revive, they come back with less health, and it's pretty handy. You know, that's pretty handy. I know every battle, but I'm not surprised at this rate. Hey, I took my 10 wins. I'm not surprised. It's every. Zonar is such a busted champ. All right, how many more do I got to do? And then I can forget about Live Arena. Like I said, I do my 10 and I'm done. I don't sit there and play Live Arena all day. I know one thing. I'm empty. This is a crisis. It's a crisis. Can you imagine playing a game sober? Like, who does that? Like, I used to play a lot of Diablo, and I played with a group of friends, and dude, are you kidding me? I would never play sober. I'm like, you kidding me? Diablo is such a grinding game. Playing sober. You kidding me? I don't know if I want to. Bag's probably not a good. Yep, he is. Yeah. No, no. We shut down that crit. We shut down that crit, sir. Unless he's got a death dealer. Mmm. Sure. Oh, yeah. Harmelia. Yeah. I have one, and it's on Siegfried. It needs to be moved. In one hand, I almost shouldn't have locked him out. But, now what are you going to do? Mm-mm. You're kind of trouble. You're in trouble, sir. Yeah, and he wasn't. Up. Boo. You're gonna beat on the sheep? Sure, sure, sure. Get out. Oh, I mean, keep in mind. I mean, let's just think like base wise. Um, well, never mind. Well, it was an even fight because, well, he's got a 6-star blessing, so maybe not. Uh, oh, here. Oh, I have that. Here, I got a +4. There. I'm surprised he doesn't. Wait. Yeah, yeah. I, I can't really tell you the lot. In tag team arena, I'll pull her out from time to time. Otherwise, she does a really nice job of holding down my vault. She does a really nice job. She's very pretty, holding down that vault. Mm. Yeah, like I said, there's so many. It's tough. You know, how do I fit in a champ? And I know I stole a lot of gear from her too. She was she was significantly faster at one point. Me. What? Don't look at my build. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, I haven't used her in a while. Let's see. Do I have anything like I don't know? Mm, right. I just might look at. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's who had it. Yeah, Leo stole hers. I mean those without storm callers. I still use it. Hey, I don't have a storm caller, so here. You know, if you don't have 9 piece Mercurial, then you got to have a fast one. Mine's pretty fast. It's not world record fast, but pretty darn beefy. I like the 500 accuracy. I mean, most times than not, I don't have to use the A3. I mean, obviously, I can't there's plenty of supports that have more than 500 resistance, but I'm just worried about their DPS. Their supports, what's she gonna do? You know, if I can lock them out. So no, I Marius does a lot of killing. So like I said, you know, I not hold on. We need a beverage. Like so many people are just rushing out to getting 9 piece Mercurial and then all their champs. And I don't I it's not the bee's knees. Like there's some champs that make sense for it, but to re-gear your entire roster in 9 piece Mercurial is not necessarily the answer. Like I said, there's some champs that definitely make sense, but to sit there and like redo all your champs, and if you don't got the stats, all you're doing is gimping yourself. I'll be right back. Let me get a beverage. Bigglesworth! Mr. Biggs! Mr. Biggs, you brought me luck earlier. Mr. Biggs wants to say hello again. Mr. Biggs brought me the luck. Yes, he did. He brought me the luck. He's like, he's like, I did. So you're gonna give me food? I get some food? Yeah. Oh, let's get you some food. You deserve it. Yeah. Let's get you some food. Come on, Mr. Biggs. Let's get you food. Right now? I need a beverage. I got one more live arena match to do, and then I'm done. I was big. Let's get you your food. You were good. You brought me luck, sir. You brought me luck. Yes, 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 you did. Yeah, your auto feeder's going off. This is going off. Okay, listen, Biggs. I don't want to give you both, so you're gonna get the wet food, but not the dry. Now we're in business. Okay. All right. What's this? Um, Stormcaller, two-piece retaliation to solo. Yeah, it could. That would work. That'd be a really fun build too. I could definitely. That would be a lot of fun. I'd still, Stormcallers 0, 8 hearts, 5 hilts. Stormcallers none. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. The game keeps giving me hearts. I don't know. I wish there was like maybe a trade in. That'd be fun. Give us a trade in. I will trade 3 hearts for 1 Stormcaller. I'll even throw in a hilt. There, three hearts, 1 hilt equals a Stormcaller. Deal, right? I'd do it. I wish. Now, comically enough, we got a couple guys in the clan who can't get a heart. There's a couple guys like, man, I wish. He's like, I wish I can get 1 heart. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, I got 8. I was like, I really, he doesn't? Wow. And yeah, now I would say my one exception to luck is I Grim City has been. I mean, not Grim. Grim Forest has been kind to me. I will say Grim Forest has been kind, and I got 3 mythicals out of there already, 2 lenses, and whatever the hell that thing is. And I haven't even used this champ. I probably ought to move it. I don't know who to move it to, but yeah, 2 lenses. Um, you know, Stormcaller 0. Don't know. Mm. All right, we got one more to do, and then my task is dead. Hey, we're back to 87%. Dude, I took a beating the other day. I I I've been I hit a peak of 91% for the season. I was pretty happy, but then I had a really bad. I I would like to have one cube, and I know who I'd put it on. I would give up a lens to put. I would change the lens and put a cube on him. I have two of those servitudes. Uh, uh, you know, but if I had a heart, I would definitely put it on him because he's that as much you want to use his A2 first, but then you want to use his A3 first. Well, if you had the cube, you could do A3 into the A2, and then sure, what if it skips a turn? He's going to be under, unkillable. You know? Whether to get Rhodos as a Death Dealer, Torment. Ooh. That is a tough decision. For the token trader, do you get a Rhodos for my Death Dealer, Torment for my Hy-Vee, or Fabian for PvP? Do you have Sifi? I'm not saying Rhodos needs Sifi. It it is worth to ask. It is worth asking. That'd be a question. All right, I got one more to do. Then I'm done with this crap for the day. No Sifi. Ah, Fabian. Look, the lockout era is very strong. And you know, if you do pick Fabian first in Live Arena, there's probably like a 75% chance your opponent's going to ban him. And then you can get in your Predator or any other, really strong champ you have. But 9 times out of 10, ew. Let me see what you're up to. I'm okay with that. I know that's where I would put. If I had a cube, I'd be putting it on him too. Uh, right. I hope I put Rotus's gear back on. I really hope I did. Hmm. Get out. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Sure do. What are you gonna do? You gonna change forms? You should know if he if Rotos gets a turn, he's not gonna care about your unkillable. Get out. We'll slow you down, sir. Somebody's got relentless. Oh. Sorry, dude. It ain't happening. Good man. He's still in the fight. He got the buff up again? Get in there, Rotos. Hmm? Oh, smart. Oh, man. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, I can do that game too. Who did blonde? Get out. Ooh, get out. I'm tired of you. That's a single target hit. Rotos is going to love you. Sorry, clown. Not today. Not today, sir. But he kept it interesting. I thought he was out of it earlier. I have, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably in real desperate need of moving my death dealer. Um, the only reason I don't, because I have Siegfried does my hard faction. Otherwise, I would, and I really don't want to have to regear him. But he's got my one and only Death Dealer. Oh my gosh, I lost him. Yeah. He's got my one and only Death Dealer. But, like I said, he's in a bad place. he, he really is. He's just against the Mercurial era. He's in a bad place. You know. I know some people are mad about it because like I said, at one point in time he ruled the arena. Uh, like I said, these days I don't really. I think Narcissus underrated. So many of our cards in the meta. I ain't gonna lie. Most of the battles I ran today, no heart. And if I was to sneak in a heart, I know I would give it to Theodosia, but I really like the speed. I don't think I would give it up. The heart relic is pretty nasty, but I would have a hard time giving it up. The speed, I would. But it certainly is a good option. But Theodosia has a decent, speed. Although, I wouldn't mind a little faster. But she's got pretty good stuff. Pretty good roll. I think most of her stuff is trip rolls. A quad roll. Huh. Well, that's who has my heart as well, Marishka. But I haven't been using her too often. I do have. I haven't moved it, but I do have this juicy thing. Watch this. I'll show you. I I don't know. I don't want to give up the accuracy, and that's a dilemma. I don't want to lose 36 accuracy. That's it's a tough pill to swallow. But I do got a quad. But like I said, at a cost of 36 accuracy. And I don't have great accuracy on her as it is. So I don't. I have. So that's where I'm like, well, then who the heck do I put it on? Well, probably. Yeah, the amulet's on the weak side. And the banner could I could have a better banner too. If you're running Mercurial set, resistance is a little less important, you know. So you can cheese a lot with the Mercurial set by itself. So I haven't like I said, I'm undecided. It that would be the answer. If I can get the 36, or if I can get 30 of it back, I would feel better about changing it. Yeah, if I can get 30, but I don't. There's some room there to get. You know what I mean? What it tops out at 24 with a legendary. So I mean, there's 14 there. There's a 14. So yeah. So like I said, there's still room on this build to improve, but heck, even this piece, while it's a quad, it only needs that 28. And wow, it's like, what do you mean only 28? I mean, if I get a 12 roll, that's six more. So it would be if I can get like the speed back and the accuracy back, it probably would be worth putting a heart on him, well, her. Probably would be. It would. I know that I was conflicted. I have only one, um, and I finally found a home and feel decent about giving Noel my one and only rebirth. I have, yeah, Joan has a heart, but I don't bring in Joan too much because I can't even bring in, I'm not even bringing in Nas half the time. I mean, anytime really. It's just, yeah, there's so many damn good champions, and how do how do you not put in a +4, you know, Nell, you know? It's tough to, and I'm not gonna like go out of my way to make sure I can pick these champs. You kidding me? I want to pick the champs that win. Not saying those guys couldn't, but it's yeah. My Joan build needs work. Uh, it's not bad. Just wish it was a little faster. You shouldn't, Oh, like I said, I got an 8. You kidding me? Her stats could be better, but you know, I bring in Joan for some tag team arena. Otherwise, she has a nice spot on the bench. Like I said, it's a terrible thing to have, but there's too many good champs, and you can't have them all in a team. Who do you give up? And a champ that I haven't, well, I haven't used, but I have used on like 2 occasions. Pretty fun champ. This guy. Oh man, if you go against somebody who's resin all the time, he is not going to be your friend. The only thing bad, he doesn't ignore unkillable. So like Theodosa can res people without no consequences, but a Gala, Marishka. So I would, he would be, he's a pretty fun champ to use. I just it, he's tough to slot in, but he's interesting for sure. If you go against a team that is he? Mm, at the same point though, he could be. this increased defense can rock you. And, he's doing two buffs there. And if you don't have him on skill cooldown, the provoke will be a buff towards Sonar. I don't know if he's the best. I'm seeing already some flaws. Keep in mind, if Sonar is not on skill cooldown, every debuff you throw at him turns it into a positive buff. So even his A1 would get you roasted. Because trust me, Sonar could be in Stone Skin where these debuffs can't land. He still gets the buff. So it'd be, if he can live through all that, because he's going to be nothing but juicing. He's going to be juicing Sonar, something ridiculous. But yeah, if see target, yeah, if you can get the block revive, I mean, come on, that's huge. But like I said, if you can, and it would be true if you kill Sonar and at his end of the turn revive, you put him right down. So it's this part, but you have to win the battle first. So I don't know about best because you know who tends to be a really good counter? This person. Because when Sonar reses, automatically sleeps him. So I'm not, like I said, there's options. There's options. But I still hate seeing that champion. Oh my gosh. Anytime I cringe when I see one. Just because like he's just I don't know, he counterattacks on everything. Yeah, he's kind of I don't know. Like I said, I can't stand that champion. Use the old Lydia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If Lydia would, that's a champion you don't see too often in PvP anymore. Lydia. I don't know. You guys see him? You guys see Lydia at all? I mean, I just have mine like for like pretty much these days like faction, hard wars, hard faction, and Chimera. Yeah, she's got the I don't know. I played with a full feral build, and I've played with the protection set. I wonder who's got that piece. Oh, no, it's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lydia would be a good pick, but I think she's you'd have to you gotta have to either put her in. Uh, you sometimes see her in. Yeah, I mean, I think she would be. She'd be a good like sneak pick. Sounds like crap. You know, but for it's tough to. But she would be a good sneak pick. She would definitely be a sleeper pick. Someone's not paying attention. I'm almost surprised this guy hasn't seen too much action in a nine-piece Mercurial set. I'm surprised. Maybe you guys have encountered. I could see this guy in a nine-piece. He'd be annoying because like even if you were to take him down, one of the best things that ways to get rid of him is bomb. If you bomb him, bombs are vicious against him. Poison as well, but a nine piece could add some. You know. Oh yeah. Like I said, that's why she's. I don't pick her right off the bat. I wait for like the fourth champion pick, and then she gets put in because most of the time thankfully not too many people have her. Thank God. So they pick their Fabian, and then I'm like, yeah, 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 go. I'll ban your Fabian, and then you either ban mine or then I'm gonna pick Bayek, and then your champions can't crit. So, but yeah, there's I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of time, I don't know, too many people are just so gun ho about putting their entire roster in nine-piece McCurdle. So, but it's not the bee's knees, man. There's some good champs in it. We can acknowledge, but at the same, I don't think it's something you got to do and put every single champion in it. That's true. Even if she's dead, her passive would still trigger. Although I can't remember though. If she's dead, her passive only brings her back to life. Right. Oh, yep. No, 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 no. Even if this champion is dead. Okay, okay, okay. If this champion is alive and the enemy is revive is denied, revives all dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be a good sleeper pick. There's there, viable options. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Recurro set, it doesn't have any ignore defense, and not what are we on month four rotations of it, and people obviously still don't have like GG builds. I mean, I have like one champion that's in a really good, 400 speed, um, is my pretty much now. I could make her a little bit faster. We saw, but for the most part, um, we're not at the point where people are able to push like 500 speed in nine-piece Mercurial. But give it time, or heck, maybe someone does. You never know. But um, you know, but like I said, too many people are just rushing out and changing their entire roster to nine-piece, and they don't even care what the stats are. They're just throwing it out there. It's like I don't know, man. I mean, if you're sacrificing 30 speed to put in a champion in a nine piece, is it worth it? You're sacrificing ignored defense. Was it worth it? You're sacrificing, thousands of attack. Was it worth it? Uh, Not necessarily. I mean, it comes down to individual needs and playstyles and what champions you got. But I just don't. Look, I have a couple of champions in nine piece, and you know, other than I'm not going out of my way to change every single champion just to the nine piece to be cool or be trendy. I'm not doing it. Like I said, I think there's some champs that definitely make sense, and I don't know. I don't think I've rushed to get every single my champion in it. But again, that's me. That's me. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But like I said, there's plenty of people there changing everything, everything, and I don't know. Like I said, I think it's not necessarily look. You're not necessarily wrong, but you know, I just, you know, individual play styles and the champion and what champions you could put around it. You know, like I said, I think like obviously like Theodosia is a great pick for 9 piece. You know, it allows her safety to change forms against Marius without really any issue and block debuffs and everything. This is true. The 9 piece Mercurial is locked away at the Grim Forest. I would. I don't know the difficulty of it. I don't. You know, I don't want to say my account. I don't know. Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it new player friendly at all, or not so much? Like my, you know, like I said, my experience is not the average player. You know, so I do know like the one trophy was a pain in the butt to get, but you know I did talk to like the supreme agent, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm not necessarily saying like we would want to do it, but if there was a better reward for oh, where is it? Mm, Where is it? If each time you did it, if each time you did this challenge, the rewards are better in Grim Forest. So I mean, like I don't know, like why in the heck would you want to do it every rotation as it is? So don't get me wrong, I did it one time and that was it for me. But if every rotation you did that challenge, you got a better reward. Now I am aware somebody might say, well, you're locking out half the player base because they can't do that. So I guess I can see why they wouldn't. But who in their right mind is ever going to do it again? UDK also counters predators since the AoE is single target. Well, wouldn't each of the enemies still at least take one hit of the AoE? Right? Maybe? Because I mean, it's not going to block the entire. He still hits all enemies, right? Attacks all enemies. So I mean, I'm not saying UDK would be, going to snuff all the damage. But the one hit and the second hit obviously would go to UDK, but it's still going to hit all the enemies at least once. You know, you'll sometimes see UDK and the monkey, and you're just like, ah, oh, dude, talk about like an old meta where yeah, I don't know how well it worked in the first place, but it was annoying. I know at some point I have to do my Chimera. I I looked at the team for the week I'm pretty sure you're looking at a poison exploder. Yeah, let's see here. You got the 5 with an accuracy. Not bad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you needed a poison exploder to get, you know. Because the poison one is tough to get naturally. You need a poison exploder. So, let's put affinity. Okay, so it's magic to spirit. Hmm. This, yeah, I'd have to look. Uh, I wouldn't necessarily say that's true either. Joan, Joan is a triple. Joan's got the triple hitter. So I mean, UDK will eat one of those hits, but two more will go to the target you selected. And even this AoE is still going to hit the other team. It'll hit the whole team. So I would not say UDK is the counter to Joan. I wouldn't. Because like I said, this will still hit whoever you target twice. UDK is going to eat the first one. Two more goes to whoever you target. And then, this is going to hit everyone. Um, Necrid, I I have a team and it does 5 hits like within 2 turns. Because I mean, keep in mind this champion right here, extra turn, attacks all enemy 2 times, 2 stacks of total guards already gone. Gets the extra turn, attacks all enemy 2 times. Total guard, none. So I don't know if Necrid and total guard is the answer. I would be. I wouldn't think so. I'm old school. I'd prefer the Stone Skin and Necrid because, like I said, this champion by itself removes total guard. Well, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I, you know, but there's plenty of targets. I mean, heck, let's be honest. This champ removes total guard by themselves. You know, just an A1, just an A1 and Necrod's dead. So it's tough. There's no like perfect build that's gonna let you get away with it. Yeah. So like I said, that's what I mean. Like I don't know. I think I'd prefer. I don't know if I Necrid and a total guard wouldn't be my pick. I'd still probably say Necrid in a 6-piece stone skin, 3 reaction pierces, and I'd still go with the old school. I think so. I don't know. I don't use. I couldn't tell you the last time I used mine. It's been a long time. Where is he? Oh yeah, it is a +4. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Chris, I don't know what I did. What was I at? Oh, no. I guess I was going protection. I got, like a mix of protection and reaction. Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't used them in a while. Does find a slot in my faction hard team. Not that I truly need them, but it makes life easy. Because like I said, I don't know. He's pretty much got rubbish stuff that I haven't touched in forever. It's been a while. I know you often see like let's see, you often see Odin, Necrid, Unico, and Marius. That's a popular team. You know, that's a popular one. But even Necrid and Marius is popular with Odin, and then your fourth one's just kind of a flexible pick. I like to use this guy more, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I do the minimum. I don't. I'm not rushing out there to do 1,000 battles. No, thank you. I don't like doing live arena more than I have to. No, man, free to play. Swear. I know. I would like to use them. I'd like to sneak them in from time to time. It's just sometimes I forget about him, but he's a sneaky pick, you know, because half the people don't even know what he does. Oh my gosh, this champion. I don't know. This champion needs to be reworked. But I mean, there's a lot of mythicals that need reworked. Like let's see who let's see. Here's one. Well, I mean, I don't know. Duchess a rework. Her passive is still really good. Well, what would you like to see done to Duchess? But this one needs a rework. And this one. This one. This is another one that needs reworked. Yeah. And I don't, will they? I don't know. And then I know I am pretty close of yeah. I'll be able to get this one this rotation. But I haven't heard anything too hot about this one either. You don't think? Mm, no, she needs some loving. I mean, her past is kind of. If she's the last one alive, but she tends to die first, it's tough to get her to be the last one alive. And if memory serves me, isn't there something in her kit that? Let's see, there's something in this thing that. Yeah, yeah. Here's the part of the kit that she places a taunt buff and a fortify on this champion for 2 turns, but also places an unkillable on her allies except this champion. So you can't use it because there'd be no way that then she's not going to be the last one alive. So I this needs to just remove the part where it says accept this champion. Remove that part. Take that and you know. Well, what solo campaign? I don't know. I got a bellower for that. And then Marius, he solos most of the hard by himself with food. So I mean, it's just she's in a bad place. But yeah, this yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I mean, can't necessarily go by the reviews, but attacks one enemy, heals all allies by 5%, heals all allies by additional 5%, attacks all enemies, heals the value that increases on leech. If your champion receives a surplus, gets a shield. So Nell would have a field day against him. Provoke and mm, yeah, I can see. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, yeah, this champion, like I said, it unfortunately R rated. Okay, all right, you got. I didn't even. Oh my gosh, you're right. You know what I make? It reminds me of Austin Powers. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's an enormous nuts, hot salty nuts. Hey, hey, what's good? Yeah, that A1. Yes, yes. The rocket ship certainly looks more like a shaft and 2 balls. I can never unsee that now. Although you know what it would be really interesting to see. I don't have the champion yet. One of those individuals that pulled two. Yeah, one of those guys, one of those people that got two. I did not get a chance to build. I I'm still thinking about how I want to build. I don't. I didn't have like I didn't have the gear that I was looking for. I was theorycrafting, and I I don't want to do it, but that would be a nice piece to put on them. But mm, I'm not doing it. But it would be. It'd be, like a 9 piece. You know, could put a 9 piece on them. Obviously, it'd have to be way more accuracy than this. So I wouldn't be able to just take the gear. But that banner would quite be nice. I don't have any banners that compare to that. But I don't want to do it. Thought about it. Thought about it. Free to play. Come on. What are you talking about? Free to play. Oh yeah. And then like, whoop, wrong time. Yeah. So I mean, it's but I mean, it's nothing to compare to some of the guys in my account, in my clan. You kidding me? No. Small fish. I mean, some of these guys, like Panda. Where's Panda at? Oh, Panda's got 3 times my power level. Panda's got 3 times my power. So there's yeah. Like, even like if you just like a comparison in my clan, um, let's see, 57. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, okay, a little bit. Okay, so I would say like I'm in the middle road. You know, there are a couple of guys in the 30s, bunch in the 40s, and then yeah. So like I said, I'm kind of in the middle of the road. Well, I have hit my player cap for the day. I have played enough. It was fun. We put what 400 voids today, and we struck some good gold. Still not winning my tourney, uh, but I'm not trying. Hey, thanks, dude. Thanks for the follow. I'd I would say that I'm not. I'm not too worried whether I win or lose my tourney. I mean, Vamp's in there. Obviously, he's a whaler. So I, you know, I if you know if I don't think I could beat him because I well one there's what's the incentive to get him anyways? What, the 5-star blessing? Yeah, I could care less. It'll probably be a champion I'll get a 5-star blessing for anyways. But I mean, I still got 100 voids. I'm gonna save, for some sort of, one of those progression, something that maybe there'll be a Solinar one, or there's a couple of voids that I still chase. I would, obviously I would like to get this turd just to be like everyone else. He's absolutely cringe facing in the arena. And there's not particularly anyone in Bannerlords. Another Odin would be good, or another Bayek. Well, no, well, I don't. Can you pull him? I was gonna say I don't think you can pull him. But an Ursaga, that would be good. Um, I'd still love to get this guy. That'd be fun. He's the Chimera, trial champ. I want to, he be. He was actually just in a progression summon boost. I think I threw like 60 shards. I didn't get him. Um, um, of course, I would love to get two more of these guys to get my +4 Marius. I mean, um, oop, no, nothing exciting there. Nope, nope. No, no interest. No. So there's a couple of, yeah, probably still. I probably still would like to have one. I just got this one today. He's on the to-do list of building. Say, I missed one kind of sort of because like he's pretty decent as far as I don't run a Titus team, but maybe one day I will. And then yeah, um, so I mean, there's a couple elusive voids that I that I'm chasing. Maybe one day, but like I said, probably the next, you know, keep an eye out for this guy. I don't know how soon he'll have one because like what when he first was released, he was featured like what 3 weeks in a row, something goofy. So I mean, I don't know how quick they're going to make another. Or like you know what I mean. Have him featured. Um, don't know. I mean, we can pretty much know he Valentine's Day, but we're gonna have to wait until February. I mean, will he be featured again? I'm positive, but the win, But so there's I think there was three we were eyeing. Um, you know, yeah, Shujan, yeah. I still got, you know, I still wouldn't mind. And then, the Chimera Buster, and then Sonar. So there's, and like I said, a quality of life improvement would be nice to get, get two more of these guys for my +4 Marius. So then, you know, I think I'll have better odds of getting a Stormcaller than I would be getting the +4. Although Stormcaller today is still 0. 8 hearts, 5 hilts, 2 lenses. You know, can't argue about having the mythicals, but just not the ones that I want. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Rarity. I thought there was a way to like, hmm, whatever. But yeah, it's like I said, there's a couple that I'm chasing still. But yeah, no storm callers. Can't get a storm caller. Can't get a storm caller to save my life. And then I have to look at, like I said, I wouldn't be able to have enough even if I got 50 this week. So, well, whoa. Who knocked me down? Saw on our team, of course. What is that? Really? Mm. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? I lost him. I don't know. This could work, I guess. Oh, sweet. Oh, can I still kill him? Yeah, get out. And no, I don't have any accuracy on him. He was just low health. Hmm. Let me think. I don't know. Are they gonna be faster? Really hope. Yeah, no. I didn't think so. Clunk. Mm. Yeah, that's kind of thought. Come on. There we go. All right. Good enough. Okay. All right, friends. That is enough of the Raid Adventure for one day. But it was good. I would say thank you all for stopping in and enjoying the show and keeping a guy entertained. Have fun.